Hello. The next stage would be attaching our cuff to the sleeve. So I've got the sleeve here. So open it. So you've got the wrong side face you. And I've got my cuff already backed with the lining. So now, seam allowance. I already cut my seam allowance there. So originally when you cut your cuff, you will have 5 centimeter seam allowance, which is extremely important for the fitting. And if your sleeve is too short, so you can got that seam allowance to work with. Some theatres do keep seam allowance as much as possible in certain places, and some theatres actually, try to trim in again, to the certain amount. So it could be 5 centimeters is big, but it's for you to judge. If you're thinking, actually, I want to keep that, and I didn't have a proper fitting, or I didn't have a fitting at all, so you probably want to keep the seam allowance, and in order to do any alterations. But for this lesson, I would ask you to cut or trim your seam allowance to 2.5, so half of that to be cut away. Of course, you do that after the fitting. Originally, you will do that after the fitting, and if it's any alterations need to be done, you do alterations first, and then you trim your seam allowance if they're still too big. So, but anyway, for this lesson, I would like you to shorten your seam allowance because it will be easier for you to attach your cuff with the sleeve. Okay. So you apply your cuff on top of your sleeve, like that. So it's better for me if I just turn around so you can see better, because as your cuff is actually longer than the sleeve because of the vent. Okay. And you will have to machine, so you can match that. So that's important that you match in your a little tailor's tuck there and there, so it's in the right place. So your cuff doesn't have extra fabric for the vent. Sorry, your sleeve doesn't have extra fabric for the vent, but your cuff will. Okay, so that's where I'm matching. Okay. And if you are quite precise, then of course, your seam allowance here would be matching as well. So pin that together. Do the same on that side. So can you see that? Okay, that's done. And then just distribute, make sure if it's any stretches happening, so it fits in your cuff or cuff sleeve and fits in your sleeve. Okay. Okay, pin it through all the layers, including your linen. I also try to match with my a center of my cuff as well, so I know its distribution of the fabric is proportional. Okay, there we go. So the next part would be just checking, make sure it's all done properly, and then you will need to machine from your seam allowance to the seam allowance all the way through like that. So just going to check that side here so they all sit properly and the matches where it needs to be. It's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to machine that and I'm going to show you what's the next stage. See you in the next lesson. Bye.